Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to the Torch season one finale. I don't have shit planned to say, so we're just gonna get right into it. So Nicole, because you won the final immunity challenge, do you want to do your opening speech first or second?
I don't care. Second's fine.
Okay, so Nick Mana, you will go first here, and then for closing speeches, Nicole, you will go first. So Nick, take it away.
Okay. So, hello everyone. First I want to say congrats to Nicole. We did this. I'm so proud of us. Matt and Jordan, thanks for hosting us. So starting this game, I could not connect with anyone on my original try. I tried so hard. I kind of connected with like Robin and Allie and Noah, but I never felt like a real strong trust connection. So during that part of the game, as much as I hated to do it, I used the fact that me and Benner had an issue in a previous game in order to give them a reason to keep me to the swap. And at that point, it kind of worked, but I think it was more just because Dylan was crazy. And I encourage that. Go be crazy. Keep me in the game. If we both make it to swap, good. If we don't, sorry. So when we got to the swap, I wanted to flip because I knew I was on the bottom. And if we kept losing challenges, because Sean would probably ask to throw them, I wouldn't even make the merge. So I had to flip on Sean in order to guarantee I made the merge. And that's when I made a final two with Nicole, and me, Nicole, Bill, and Benner made a final deal. And at that point, I saw that as a really good final four because what they were telling me, the plastics weren't that close. When we merged and I had that call of Allie and Noah the first night, they really started to convince me and they were really pulling me in. And I'm like, wow, they have some good points. I didn't consider this option. But then I started talking to all the plastics. And I'm like, wait a second, they are divided as crap. I can actually make it to the end with these people because they have such this power struggle and they all have these egos and they want to kill each other. I can do it. So I didn't want to vote Noah out, but I had to. I literally had to because it was the only way I was going to make it to the end. If I stuck at the wannabes, they would never take me to the end. 0% chance. So at that point, most of the rest of my game was going to Nicole, us figuring out what we're going to do, and then I would let other people think they were telling me what to do. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm already voting that way, but I'm going to vote that way. Like, whatever. Because I already decided it. I already was voting that way. If they want to think they're controlling me, who are they going to go after? Me? Or the other people they think are making the big moves and winning challenges and taking each other out? They're going to go after them because they're the biggest jury threats. I'm just going to sit back, let you all kill each other. And the only people who really wanted to get rid of me super bad were Rocky, and he couldn't get the numbers at first. And then he decided to use me. And Allie, because she saw my shit. And she wanted to get rid of me so she could take over my spot. And they didn't listen to Allie, and they really should have. That would have been their best move. So up until the only point that I felt really in danger after the double was at 6 and 5, because I didn't know where the plastics idol was. That was played incorrectly. I could have just been sent home because all the idols were played. Crap. So at that point, there's nothing I could do. I told Allie, look, I don't want to vote you this round. I made that deal with her. They wouldn't budge. So I just had to vote with the group because I couldn't afford to make a big move and go run to everyone and change the vote and lose my status as someone that everyone wanted to take to 3 or 4. I couldn't win challenges and I wasn't being overly controlling because I don't have the ego where I need to control every vote. As long as I'm staying in the game, I really don't care who goes home. So I know I'm making it to the end at this point. Why do I care? So at that point, at 5, it was me versus Bill. I didn't want Bill to go. Everyone else had idols. It had to be one of us. Bill said, vote me out. I think he was going anyway. I'm not sure. I really have no idea what people were saying behind my back. I'm going to let you go home, even though you weren't my choice. Then at 4, I was not flipping on Benner. I made the final 3 with Benner. I was sticking to that. I was worried Nicole would be difficult to convince. But as long as I said I want to keep Benner, Nicole kind of jumped on it. I was really worried that she had a final 2 with Rocky, and she was really tight with it. So I didn't have to convince her. So then my only fear was Benner winning immunity and cutting me. So most of the game, I was always safe, even though I never had immunity. And I went to the most tribal council this season, and I got votes like 3, and I was never really in danger. So I feel like I just sat back and let other people kill each other and planted the right ideas and said the right things. So everyone wanted to take me to the end. It was near impossible to get rid of me because no one had the votes because I had too many connections. People who were like, this is a bad time to do this. I want to wait to keep Nick. I need him later. As long as everyone thought that, I was never going home. So once I got to that swap, I was pretty much safe the rest of the game. And so to all of you, I know I lied a lot. I know I might have hurt your feelings because I did like a lot of you, and you might have felt betrayed by me, but it was because I needed to do it to get here. Because at the end of the day, I made my final two for Nicole, and I was going to stick to that because my original final two, Dylan, left. And I do stick to my final twos. Like, no matter what, the first person I give a final two to, I stick to, and I keep it. And win or lose, I'm happy that I got here with Nicole. We planned everything together. And I just really respect all of your games, and I really hope that you guys don't hate us too much, and that at the end of the day, we can all laugh about this and enjoy the experience that we had in Matt's first season. And that's all I have to say for now. Sorry. That was rambling.
All right, Nicole, go ahead.
I'm going to cough drop in. Hopefully I don't cough too much. I want to preface this by saying I went to a really small school. I graduated with 50 people. And one of my really good friends lost their little brother today. He committed suicide. And I just want to encourage everyone to reach out to people, keep those connections. And if you have the choice to be kind, just be kind to people. You just never know. So putting that aside, I'm glad that Nick went first because that saved me a little bit of voice. Day 4, Benner called me to tell me he had the legacy advantage. I really thought I was going to get an in there. I threw out a final 2 to him, and he responded, and I wish I'd learned from him. He responded very deftly, "I'll keep you safe as long as I can." And I think that was really wise. I wish I had remembered those words when Rocky later approached me for a final 2, but I did not. I did not learn that lesson from Benner. Like Nick said, around the time of the Sean vote, we all did make a final 4. Nick and I did make a final 2. After, I think our hardest part was that Noah vote. There was a lot of push and pull. There was a lot of people wanting to make big moves. And it was important to me that the right big move was made there. I really saw Noah and Rocky coming to a head, and I felt like if Noah didn't go, that he had a strong chance of kind of blowing up our game just because the personalities did not mesh. Once that happened, I think we were in a pretty strong spot until, well, right before Double Tribal, when Rocky and I did make that final 2. That was a really awkward situation for me. I've never played these games before. I didn't know what to say. When someone says, let's be in a final 2, what do you say? No? I mean, when someone's telling you, I want to make a big move at Double Tribal, be my final 2, if you say no, you're going to be that big move. So I do not like kind of how that panned out. I take responsibility for that. I just am not savvy enough in this game yet to know how maybe I could have handled that a little bit better. I think my goals I met in this game. I kept Benner safe as long as I could. We got all of our final 4 to the final 5. Rocky pulled out that awesome last minute win, so that kind of screwed getting us to the final 4, but we got as close as we possibly could. And then I did have that final 2 with Nick. So I think that probably compromised my game the most because Rocky was really going hard for Nick. And I kind of had to start throwing out other names, trying to get the heat off of him at Double Tribal, and I think that exposed our final 2 a little bit. I think after Double Tribal, I think Rocky picked up a little bit on, wait, why was she pushing so hard against him? So it wasn't by any means a smooth game. I think at Final 6, I became the target, and I think I remained the target. I had to win out, and you'll see in my confessionals, everyone, if I don't win, I'm going home. I'm going home at 4. There's no way I'm making it through. So I won 4 immunities. I found both idols, although Benner beat me to the wannabes when first. I always knew where all the idols were. I knew where all the advantages were. People were giving me a lot of information, and I was keeping that information to myself. I never told anyone that Benner had the idol. If they thought it, which most people did, I would say, oh, I see why you think that. Legacy advantage, never told. I hope, I know that there's a lot of animosity there, but I was as true as I possibly could be. I tried to keep those secrets and that loyalty as long as I could. So that's my game. I've never been to one of these. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. So hopefully you guys can ask questions on whatever I'm leaving out.
All right. Thank you so much. So I know that Allie does have to go work. So for jury questions, what we're going to do, since Robin is not here, Allie will take Robin's spot and then we'll go from there. So Allie, go ahead.
All right. So just do my questions.
Yep. So since you're not going to be here for the full time, if you want to do that'll be okay.
Yeah. Okay. I have a question for both. Nick, you rely on a lot of like lying to people, but anyway, what was your biggest move in the game?
I think my biggest move in the game was when Jen came to me and said, "Look, I don't want to vote for you. We voted for you. You're going home." And so at this point, I start freaking out. I go to my lines of 4 and say, "We need to stick together." Blah blah blah. Bill pulls me into Carl into the OG Plastics chat that I didn't know about at this point, and Alex, don't call me right now. I go into another call with Nicole and Rocky, and instantly, me and Nicole have this instant connection. We can flip this on Jen. We can take out the Jen and Rocky pair that's forming, and we can isolate Allie and Griff and make them feel like they can trust us by telling them that the Jen vote is happening. But at this point, getting rid of Jen put me in the center of everyone's bullshit and hopefully protecting me. And that happened in 20 minutes. This was literally 24 tribal. We got on call for Rocky. We didn't even have to talk about targeting Jen. We both tried to make it think like it was his idea. Get rid of Jen. We had this whole conversation with him, literally at the last minute, trying to pull this together. I feel like that was the best move that we could pull off. Make sure that we were protected for the rest of the game.
And Nicole, why do you think you deserve to win over Nick? I just did random questions.
Well, Nick and I had a little bit of a different path toward the end because he was kind of on the outside looking in. So he did not have the immunities. So he had to play a little bit of a different game. My strategy was to win as much as I can, downplay my ability to win, and then try to guide the conversation to who it needed to be. So I kind of had all aspects of the game, I feel like. I had the strong alliances. I kind of tried to work within that alliance and pull in extra people when we needed extra votes. But I also won when I needed to win, which ended up being the last 5 rounds of the game. So I was safe 5 of the 7 tribals during jury. So I think it was just a well-rounded game because I did win, but I also was doing the social portion and always making sure, 1, the person that I needed to go home was going home, 2, the people that I was aligned with were not getting thrown under the bus, which was almost every round someone was targeting one of my 4 people. And you were a lot of those people, Allie.
Yeah.
And then lastly, just trying to get to the end by winning out. I mean, that was my only option. I wasn't going to make it out of 4 or 3 if I didn't win. I would not be here.
Okay. Well, good luck, guys. And congratulations to both of you.
All right. So up next we have Jen.
I'm here. Sorry. Hi, guys. The most inactive person. I firstly, sorry for being highly inactive, but I was here to play, and I really appreciated you, Nick, when you came to me and you told me, hey, you got to talk more because people aren't trusting you. So when your name came up, even though I was here kind of sort of playing, I wanted to keep you safe. So I told you, hey, the votes are on you. And all we had to do was keep those 4 votes and we all would have been okay. So I'm just wondering why you flipped to vote me out so quickly.
Okay, so when I was working with Dylan, obviously he was pushing that we work with you later in the game, which I was totally cool with. But then when we got to the merge and we didn't have that connection, we didn't have that social rapport either. When it came to that, I saw you as a doer of Rocky, and I originally wanted Rocky to go that round. But Nicole said, no, we can't do that yet. It's too soon. So for me, needing to break up that duo was so important. And because I didn't have that connection with you, I just couldn't risk because I didn't know if you'd stay loyal to me in the future, if this was just like a temporary, let's scratch your back, I'll scratch yours later. And so for my game, I just didn't know if I could trust you down the road because we just didn't have that social rapport that I wish we would have had.
Okay, that's understandable. Well, anyways, Nicole, honestly, I think you played a fantastic game. I don't really have a question for you because I know you really didn't talk too much, but I did want to say that I really did enjoy playing with you as well. So I hope that everyone had fun, no hard feelings with anyone. So have fun and good luck to both of you.
Thanks, Jen.
All right, up next we have Griff.
All right, Nick, since you didn't have too much safety in the game, what were some of the some vital moves that helped you along throughout the game?
Okay, so like you said, I didn't have immunity ever in the merge. So at the time of the Gen vote was my big one that everybody went over. Getting the vote off of Allie at 9, because that's what they originally wanted to go after. But I saw Allie someone that I went to, she would be willing to make a move. So I kind of said, and everyone else was willing to do it too, so it wasn't that hard. Just being social with everyone and making sure that they thought I was usable and malleable to their plans. I was loyal to them, and I was loyal to this group, I was loyal to that group. And checking with Nicole all the time and making sure that we were always on the same page. Doing these things would make sure I was never going to have enough votes for people to pull together to get rid of me. And I had to do that because I couldn't win these challenges. These people were beasts. I couldn't rely on winning the next challenge to stay in the game. I had to know all my T's and I's were dotted and crossed, and that come the next round, I still had the votes to make sure I was going to the round after that. So I always had to think, okay, what makes me 2 rounds for it? And when I talked to everyone and figured that out, I tried to make it happen. But I wasn't going to push an agenda. When all these egos wanted to make a move, make your move. I'm still safe in 2 rounds. I don't give a shit. Make your move. Get rid of someone who's going to vote with you later. My people are still in the game. I'm safe for a long time. Bye. And that's a vital move, is not being an ego. If you can let the egos kill each other, why are you going to go out there and make all these big moves when you don't have to make big moves? You make the subtle moves throughout the game of just stroking their egos, telling them the vote that they already want to do, and let them convince you it's the vote. Because you already have that vote, doing it anyway. By doing that, I was always safe. So why am I not going to do that? When if I go around and scream big moves, that's why Rocky wanted to get rid of me at first. I tried so hard to get Allie to not be the vote at 9. I feel like that was the reason, at least. I'm not positive, but so I saw that was a mistake, so I had to push back. I'm like, okay, I can't play that way in the plastics like I was playing the wannabes, because I was playing really aggressively the first couple days of the game, try and save my ass. That worked on wannabes. On the merge game, that wouldn't have worked. I had to play a much more quieter, relaxed game. I feel like that's a really big move in itself, is seeing, okay, this doesn't work. I need to change my game to better suit me now. I feel like that those are the moves that helped me get to the end.
All right, sounds good. Nicole, what was the one key moment as far as your gameplay? What do you feel was the one key moment you had that helped you push you over the edge and get you to the finals?
Nicole, you're muted.
Good call. I think it comes back to the Sean vote. As much as I hate that because I love Sean, Sean was trying to pitch to be in with Robin and Griff and him and be in the 4. And I was just really, really nervous if Noah and Allie was still around that would reform. And Sean himself was telling me, like this in our video calls, I love Allie. Oh my gosh, Noah's wonderful. And it's really, really hard. And Sean also gave himself away by saying, I'm such a snake. And then he went, but not in this game. I'm not a snake in this game. So I trusted my gut to say, he's going to stick with those original people. I'm going to be at the bottom of this group. What Nick seemed to be telling me seemed to be panning out and seemed to be aligning. So, I mean, it was a complete risk because Nick could have been feeding us a line of crap. But making that final four with that group really, I think, is what kind of set up the playing field for going into the merge, where we could pull people in, where we couldn't, who we had relationships with, and who we couldn't. So that plus, I mean, I had to win out. If I didn't win at 4, or if I didn't have an idol at 5, any of those times I would have been gone. I'm certain.
All right, is that it, Griff?
Yep, that's my final questions.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute you. Bill, can you talk or no? So no, he said it was gonna be like 20 minutes, and that was about 20. Okay, taking that as a no. I have his question, so I will ask that. This will be addressed to both of you. So we will start with Nicole, and then we will go to Nick. So which character from the film Mean Girls do you identify most with, and why? And then how did you utilize the characteristics of that particular role into your gameplay?
Bill, you're killing me. I've watched that movie only for this game. I've rented it and Google and watched it. Who am I now versus high school? I don't know. I'm gonna say Janice just because she was awesome and I love her. I don't know. I can't answer that question, Bill. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you down and say I don't know Mean Girls very well. I just don't. I'm not gonna bullshit you.
All right, and then Nick, do you need me to repeat the question or?
Yes, repeat the question, please.
Okay. So which character from the film Mean Girls do you identify most with and why? And then how did you utilize the characteristics of that particular role into your gameplay?
Well, I feel like, if you look at my game, it's almost like the story of Caddy. She was not seen to be the popular one, but she joined the Plastics. She was kind of infiltrated into them, and she was trying to break them apart. And that was my game. It was literally get into the Plastics, break them apart, get to the end. And that's pretty much what she did, and she learned not to be a bitch, but I didn't. Sorry. But, like, I feel like, I know it's a bad answer because, like, this is it's a fun question, but it's hard to explain. I just feel like that's the character that best explains my game and me in this game. I don't know. Sorry. That's it.
All right, up next we have Rocky.
Hi guys. Listening to you guys, I have a lot to say, but I won't make it long. I'll just say, first, Nick, as far as these egos thing, all of us had egos because everybody wanted to win. So I don't think that it's fair to say that the Plastics had these big ass egos because we didn't. Because you guys really didn't believe us when we said that we didn't talk to each other. It was very true that we did not talk to each other because we kept whooping y'all motherfucking ass. So it was easy for us to just vote certain people out because we had an OG alliance. So I'll just start off with that. As far as Nick, I'm just gonna say, Nick, why should I vote for you? Because I was very in tune with you and Nicole in our final 3 and thinking that us 3 were gonna go. I'm not the kind of person that's very laxed and stuff like this. When I first started orgs, I was very lax and I trusted people way too often. And you guys weren't in our jury chat, but like Bill told me, I could have beat y'all, and I'm not being cocky. I just know that I had a very good social game. So when Nicole said, "Oh, I could have beat you guys," I know I could have beat you guys for my social game, but I didn't. Like, I was too lax. I was too safe. I was too comfortable thinking that you two were going to just take me to the final 3. So why should I vote for you when you turned on me like so dramatically? Like the whole day, you and Nicole were telling me like Benner's leaving. And so I didn't even really fight for anything. So why should I give you my vote?
Okay, so obviously I know you tried to get me out earlier. But this is from Nicole, so obviously I don't know how true it is. I just had to trust what she was saying.
I did. I was very after you.
So like when I heard it, I'm just like, okay, I don't owe him anything. He's clearly not following my final three. Why should I follow his? For my game, I thought I had a better.
Final three.
Yeah, I thought I would have a better chance convincing Benner to take me over Nicole than convincing you to take me over Nicole. So for me, I'm like, why would I let Rocky go to the final three where they're both probably gonna take each other and I could be left out when I might be guaranteed to go no matter who wins if it's me, Benner, and Nicole. So for my game, you staying was bad. The reason I didn't tell you, even though I did ask Nicole, should we tell him? She said no, was because if you wanted to go save yourself to Benner, I didn't trust Benner wouldn't vote me. For sure. So what if you two both voted me? I can't win a challenge to save myself in a tiebreaker. I'm fucked. So I just had to shut up and let it be because I'm not going to go to tiebreaker and lose. Because as long as Benner isn't going home, he's not going to care. Because he knows that me and Nicole are going to take each other. So for me, that was why I couldn't tell you and I had to bullshit you. Because I couldn't let you fight to get Benner's vote instead.
Very smart thing. Because I was going to take Nicole. Nicole. Nicole, I try not to hold as the more I play these games, I try not to hold grudges. But I'm mad with you because literally the first night me and you had the longest conversation. And ever since that day on the first night, you were literally my go-to. I wasn't nervous for you when we swapped because I just knew that you had the charisma to finesse everybody. So I knew we were going to meet up again. Literally, the night of the merge, I was on set filming something, and I stepped out to talk to you, making my money. And we had like a really deep conversation about Noah and everything that had gone on. And I just knew like Nicole is my number one. So for you to say on that post, oh, day 14 with OG Nick, when me and you were day one, why, seriously, should I give you my vote?
So you were by far the hardest vote. I just needed to be loyal. I made a final two commitment. When Nick and I made our final two, we both thought if we ever made it, everyone would hate us anyway. So we thought we would both lose whether we made it to the final two anyway. It was easier, obviously, for me to stick to the final two probably than him, because the more I won, the less of a good final two I would be for him to take. But I couldn't go back on that. I like I said, when you said that to me, I did not know how to respond because I already had a final two. But what would have you done if I said, no, I already have a final two with someone else? I mean, that would have blown my entire game up. And I just didn't know what else to say other than yes. I really wish on night one we would have made a final two, and we should have. But I wasn't for sure if we were getting along as well as I thought we were, or if it was just all on my part. So I'm really glad to hear that the feelings were mutual, and it really sucks that it panned out the way it did. But I just had to be loyal to my first people.
I really did want to take you to the final two because I thought that we did enough havoc together.
I know. It sucked. And Mana even knew it. He even said, like, I don't trust you not to take him, and I get it. And because
Noah, it wasn't all about you, Noah. It wasn't all about you. It was about a lot of shit.
No.
Rocky, wrap it up.
Voted out. I'm sorry. Thank you guys. Both of you guys did great. And best of luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Now I'm off mute. Okay. Bill is back, so Bill has a question for you guys now that he's here.
Please don't make it Mean Girls.
Bill, are you here?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay, you can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Well, hello. I didn't think I was going to be able to get on call, so I'm like really happy that I get to talk to you. First, I just want to say that I'm really, really proud of both of you. I'm not really sure what's been said. I would love my question to be, can you recap everything that you've answered for the past 35 minutes? But I know that that would take way too long. I'm sure some people have been upset with you, and I'm sure they've had some choice words with you. So I am not upset. I'm not mad about anything. I think that you both played a fantastic game. I honestly don't know who to vote for because I think you guys both played such an amazing game that is so very, very different. So I'm going to continue to listen, and my question that I have for both of you is, and I don't know if this was already asked, so I'm sorry if it was already asked. If you weren't sitting next to the person you're sitting next to now, who in the jury do you think you should be sitting next to, and why?
Did you say if you're not sitting next to who you're sitting next to, who would you have wished it was?
Yeah, so like if you weren't with Nick and you had to take someone else, who would you have taken and why? And then Nick, if you weren't with Nicole, who would you have taken and why?
So my answer is pretty easy. I mean, I had the two with Nick, and then my commitment to Benner was to keep him safe as long as possible. So if Mana wasn't here, I would have taken Benner. Because I made that agreement.
Are you done, Nicole? I don't want to interrupt you. Okay. I would like to also say Benner, because I had made that final 3 deal with Benner, and if Nicole wasn't in final 3, you would assume that that deal would move on to 2. It would just be us 2 left. So I would want to keep that commitment because I really wanted to stay loyal to that group of 3. 1, to make up for Benner for screwing over in that past game, and 2, because even though my trust of Benner was iffy, just because we didn't have the time to always talk, just because we have different schedules, I really did think that as long as I was loyal to him, he'd be loyal to me. And so I would trust in his ability to, 1, win the comp to take me, and 2, I would have an argument against Benner because of the fact that he didn't have the best social connections with everyone that maybe other people had.
Those were both the incorrect answer on my end because my name was not one of the names that you mentioned. So I will take that into consideration as I place my vote.
Bill, you're my 4.
Yeah, sorry, Bill. We only had 4.
I'm just kidding. I love you guys both. I loved watching you play. Whoever wins tonight, I think, is an amazing representation of our season. Congratulations. Remember, it's just a game. And you played it to have fun. I think that you both did have fun. I had fun playing with you. I'm so glad I got to meet you. Congrats again, and good luck.
Thanks, Bill. I had fun.
Thank you.
All right, and then last but not least, Nicholas.
Yes, bitch!
So as Bill so choppingly put it, as we just watched from his whole cutting out situation, some people had choice words for you. Those some people were me. And those choice words do not stop at the last tribal. They're here as well. Nicole, I'm going to start with you because literally listening to you is the most annoying fucking thing I've ever had to sit through. Because you're sitting here saying, well, at 4, I would have been out. At 3, I would have been out. You know that's not true. You literally had alliances in, out, upside down, all the way through. You have Rocky here sitting saying he would have taken you to the final 2. You knew Nick was going to take you to the final 2. And you knew I was going to take you to the final 2. So I need you to go ahead and just like put a cap on that and put it, I don't fucking know, somewhere else. My question for you is, you said multiple times now that you would keep me safe as long as you could. So that means you could have taken me to the final 2. But instead, you went with a final 2 that you made on day 14. Whereas, yeah, we said we were going to keep each other safe. Day 1, I'd come to you for every single thing. What made your alliance with Nick so much more important than your alliance with me?
I didn't feel like you would take me to the final two. I honestly felt like I was convenient. I don't know if that's the right word, but I didn't feel like I was part of that. I felt like because you were telling other people things that you had as well, that I felt like it was just to buy my trust. But I didn't care because I still made that commitment to you. So literally every person on this call brought your name up, I don't know how many times, and I had to talk them out of voting you out. I mean, every single person on this call. So I stayed as loyal as I possibly could, whether it was good for my game or not. These people were scared shitless of you. But again, I'm sorry we weren't on the same page. I thought that you saying that was a push off to say you did not want to be in a final two with me. I thought that was a very
day one. It was day one. I'm not gonna be like, yo, like let's do final two day one. Like that's stupid. Like in these games, that's so stupid to make a final two on day one. But I did trust you.
I do agree. I mean, I've learned a lot, a hell of a lot.
I did trust you though, and you were the only one who knew about my idol. I think you found that out throughout the game. You were the only one. That was not a trust thing. That was not to buy your trust. It was because I trusted you. Regardless, I don't really care too much about what anything else you have to say. We're gonna move on to Nick. Nick,
okay,
sir. I actually don't have that many choice words to say to you because, like you said, we were definitely not always talking, always communicating. There was a lot that I did keep from you, but I did trust you, and I really did like getting to go through this game with you. My question for you, I had it. Shit.
Stop
my
drinking.
question for you is working closely with Nicole. You said that you as a collective made a lot of decisions about who needed to go, who was going to be next, stuff like that. Were those decisions actually collective? Because to me, Nicole always seemed like a sheep. And it just seemed like she would just go with whatever name that she heard first. So were those actually joint decisions, or were you pushing the names and Nicole was just the mouthpiece? That's my question.
Well, a lot of the times when you guys had your talk before Nicole came to me, the name she was giving me was the name I already wanted. So yeah, I would feed whatever she wanted to hear. But most of the time, yeah, we talked it out. Yes, I tried to push my agenda, and then I knew she had the numbers, the close relationship with you guys to get the votes that I wanted to get. But it wasn't like I was manipulating her. It was just that I needed Nicole to push the agenda that we had come up with. And yes, I tried to guide her to that agenda, but half the time she was already on the same page. So I didn't need to guide it. We already agreed to begin with. Just like the Jen thing, we didn't need to talk about it. We just instantly knew Jen needed to go that route. So, no, I didn't think she was a sheep. I think that she was just willing to listen to me because she trusted me, because I had built so much trust of her throughout the game. It always came to her when I heard things, and she never told me about your idol or advantage, just so you know. Like, I'm just going to say that right now. I suspected you had them, but I never knew for sure until you actually played them.
That's all I got. Best of luck to both of you. After this game, I don't hold game-to-game grudges. But for as long as this game is going, until that winner is said, I hate you both. That's all I got.
All right. So that concludes the kind of individual question part. So this next part is going to be just the open discussion. If the jurors have anything to address the final two with, if there's any other questions, don't drag shit out too long. This is only going to be like a little 5-minute segment because this is taking longer than I thought. So yeah, you are all free to come off mute and talk. Does anyone have any questions? Because if not, we'll just go through.
Rocky does.
So at what point did you two decide to cut Rocky out of the quote unquote final three that we had? Where did Benner, I honestly legitimately was gagging. I didn't think that I was going to go at all. I did not think. Like, if you see my confessionals, I was like, Benner's out of here. Me, Nick, and Nicole are final three. Like, I didn't prepare for that at all. So where did that happen at? I need to know. Both of you can answer.
For me, it was as soon as... Oh, okay, go ahead. You can go ahead.
Yeah. Well, for me, you were never in my final three. Just flat out. Like, I couldn't trust you. You said my name so many times.
Very
Benner,
true.
like, as far as I knew, Benner wasn't saying my name. I don't know how true that is. I was looking for Benner. Benner was kind of looking out for me. So
wait, Nick. I will say this. This isn't even for you, Nicole. When did you decide to cut the fuck out of me? Because Benner knew, like, you were telling Benner, I figured everything out once I got in jury. You were telling OG Nick everything I was fucking saying. So it's like, that's why I'm kind of pissed, because it's like, why would you? I never told anybody what you were saying ever, Nicole. I totally was protecting you. I was protecting the fuck out of you, actually, because your name came up a lot, and I always protected you. So I don't understand why you did that to me.
So again, it was never my intention, if at all possible, to not have Bill, Benner, Nick, and I in the final four. But when you approached me for a final 3 and 2, I didn't know what to say. I mean, I can't say no, because you wanted to make a really big move, and you wanted it to be Mana, which was my final 2, which would have been real shitty for me. Benner's name had come up before that, which would be real shitty for me. So the next name would have been mine. So I didn't have any choice but to.
But I was literally never, ever coming after you. I did not want to come after you.
I already had a 4, like 7 days before. Like days before we even came in. I was trying to be loyal to that 4.
That's all.
Can I add something real here?
Go ahead.
So I don't know how true this is, because this came from Nicole, but she had come to us and said that you told Bill that he was a target in the previous round when we were originally talking about getting rid of Bill. I don't think that's true, because I'm the one who told Bill during the double that his name was being discussed.
Well, you told Bill at the double. You told Bill at the double. I told Bill right after the double.
So he was telling the truth. We both told Bill.
That's why I asked you, are you and Jen close? So, Jen, I do apologize, because I thought that your ally was Bill when your ally really was OG Nick. So that's why I was pissed, because I was like, why would she instantly tell Bill that I'm after him? And that's why everything came together with me, because when you gave me that fake ass, oh, Bill's calling me. Bill wasn't calling you. OG
it
Nick
wasn't Bill. We were in a group chat, and it was Nick calling me, not Bill.
Yeah, so I started piecing that. You were right. I started piecing shit together eventually.
Yeah.
But again, congrats to both of you, and whoever wins, congrats.
Sorry, I called you a liar, Bill.
Okay, my real quick thing. Why the fuck is Nick Mana OG Nick? I've been on this world for at least 3 years longer than this motherfucker, and he's OG Nick? Why? Why?
Bill, that's why. Because he was an OG wannabe.
That's all I got.
All right, so that one question basically took up the 5 minutes. So we will now go into closing speeches. So Nicole, you will go first, and then Nick will go after. So if everyone could go on mute, that would be amazing. Other than like Nicole, obviously.
So I really don't know what to say. I am glad to hear that my name came up a lot, because I was really feeling that, and I was hearing that from Nick Mana, and I wasn't for sure where it was coming from, but I really felt like it was coming from my ally. So that makes me feel good to know that I wasn't totally paranoid and insane. I won't say anything that I haven't said before. I tried to stay loyal to my original 4 people. I tried to win when I heard my name was coming up, and I tried to not stop winning. I did throw Final 5 because I was afraid if I won that, I would have to give my idol to someone, and that would call out my alliance with Mana. So other than that, when I started hearing my name, I had to win, and that's what I did. So I feel like I had a pretty balanced game with the social relationships. Yes, I lied to some people, but we all did, and I had to. I mean, I can't just tell everyone our plans. That would make it a totally different game. And so just well-rounded. That's what I tried to be. I did learn a lot, especially like Benner said from the beginning, when we're trying to form an alliance of 5 and just kind of jumping the gun on how to handle that. So you'll see in my confessional that I said that Benner taught me that how to handle those final 2 conversations a little bit better than I did. So I learned a lot. I had a lot of fun. Everyone I played with, I genuinely like. I'm really glad to be a part of this. Shout out to production. You guys did a great job. Speech isn't really about me, but had a good time. Thanks, guys.
All right, and then Nick Mana.
Okay, so we've all heard the whole same song and dance the entire time. So go through it again, I guess, just to make sure we all hear. I came from the most dysfunctional loser tribe that could ever be. This big group that I could not fucking get a hold of. They were all liars and crazy, and I could not break it. I don't know why. Like Griff was someone who I thought I got home with. I could not connect with Griff. I have no idea why. I could not connect with anyone. So as soon as I got to that swap, I had to flip. I did not have a choice. I was going to not make merge. There was no fighting chance. And the merge, there was no reason I should be sitting here without winning immunity sometimes. You all had millions of chances to take me out. Every time someone tried, it failed. Because I had protected myself by building the right relationships, right alliances, and saying the right damn thing at the right time to the right person. And there's so many times I wanted, like, Nick, why did you say that? You're so stupid. I wanted to shoot myself. Like, you're going home. You just said the wrong thing. You pissed someone off. And I didn't. And so I think that I had the most well-rounded game. I didn't have to rely on immunity to stay safe. I never had an idol. I had no advantages. I just had my mouth and my not functioning brain, because let's be real, I am not the best strategist in the world. I had to go with what I was told because no one really talked to me that much on a strategic level. They wanted to talk socially a little, but like no one really trusted me enough to give information to me. And so I just had to assume things, plan it in the right spot, and hopefully it worked out for me. And I really hope that you guys don't completely hate me. I know I did screw a couple of you over. Some people I didn't. I kept my word to several people. And if I had my choice, the final four would have been me, Benner, Bill, and Nicole. I really liked that alliance. We got along really well. We got really far. I'm proud of us all. Matt and Jordan, thank you for hosting this game. It was really fun. Can't believe how it happened. All of you. It was a blast getting to know all of you. I really can't wait to talk to you all in the future. And I am glad I'm here with Nicole because I wouldn't have had it any other way.
All right. So it is now time to vote. Jury, you are voting for a winner. So don't try to vote for someone, like don't vote someone out. You're voting for a winner. I will go off camera and I will write down the votes. So yeah.
In our prod chat?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, in your prod chat.
Jen, I love you.
All right, I have the vote. Before we read the votes, though, me and Jordan have a little something to say. I will let Jordan go first. Jordan.
I stepped away briefly. Give me.
Oh, okay.
I needed a coat. I'm freezing. I'm winging this because everybody always clocks me when I have something prepared. So, first of all, I want to say thank you to Matthew. I came to him with this idea literally just before August of last year. He has been my ride or die through this crazy adventure, and it's a bit bittersweet. Every single person that was cast, we recruited, and I have loved every moment of this game, from the fights to the, oh my God, I'm not going to cry. So I wouldn't have been able to do it without Matthew and you guys. I love you all, and I don't know what else to say.
Well, okay. I don't know how I'm going to top that, emotional outburst at the end of the season. I just want to thank everyone that played, honestly. Like, thank you so much for, like, putting your faith in all of us. Because, it's hard to get a first season up and running. But, Jordan was there. She helped me all the time. She kept me level-headed. I don't really have anything else to say because I know everyone's been anticipating this vote. Whoever just messaged me, fuck you. So I will now read the votes in my handy-dandy little vote box that I've used all season. No lies were detected in the message that I just received. So I will now read the votes. You want to see your name? This will be for a winner. It takes 4 votes to win tonight. All right, so we will begin.
Good luck, Nicole.
First vote. Nicole. Second vote, Nicole. Third vote, Nick Mana. That is 2 votes Nicole, 1 vote Nick Mana. Fourth vote, Nick Mana. We are tied. 2 votes Nicole, 2 votes Nick Mana. Drop my vote. Fifth vote, Nick Mana. That is 3 votes Nick Mana, 2 votes Nicole, 2 votes left. Sixth vote, Nicole. We are tied. 3 votes Nick Mana, 3 votes Nicole, 1 vote left.
Got my confetti ready.
Seventh vote, the winner of Torch Survivor Season 1, The Burn Book, is Nick Mana.
Oh, that was louder than I thought.
Congrats, Anna.
Thank you, everyone.
I told you you had it. Good job.
Congrats,
I
Nick.
didn't believe you.
Congrats, Nick.
Well, thank you, everyone.
Okay, you can keep my name on this season, because had the outcome been different, I would have had to take it off.
So before everyone leaves and everything, and before we do our reunion, I have a few things to say. So first off,
who won? My audio cut out. Who won?
Nick Mana, 4-3.
Oh, congrats, Nick.
Thank you, Bill.
Okay. So the one thing that really struck production, like very big this season, was Nicole not receiving any votes at all throughout the whole game, and then one person only got 1 vote. Or no, never mind, I didn't get 1 vote. So yeah, that was the one thing that struck everyone, like production-wise, like okay, like work. And then we have awards now. Sorry, I'm reading a message. Okay. So awards, these are just kind of like spread out however we have them. So the first award that we are giving out tonight is Favorite Pre-Juror. This was hard because there was a lot of people that we liked, but we didn't pick somebody because they have a different award. But our favorite pre-juror is Nina Bull, the queen, the legend herself. Okay, so now our favorite juror of the season is Rocky.
Are we supposed to be clapping?
I don't care. Okay, so competition beast, obviously, like it's obvious with 4 competition wins. We have Nicole. The host favorite. They were a favorite literally preseason up until tonight. And probably forever in our series. We have Nicholas. Oh my god, you did not dab. Okay, never mind. New host favorite. I'm kidding though. Okay, biggest hero. Honestly, this was kind of hard. Because yes, there were people that were heroes, but they weren't like standout heroes. So the one person that we thought was the biggest hero out of all the little heroes was Caitlyn. And then to go with biggest... Okay, and then to go with biggest hero, we have biggest villain, and we gave that to Nick Mana. And then this next one, we kind of had trouble with, so we gave 2 winners for. Was the best jury game, so from final 9 onwards. So the first person we gave that to was obviously Nicholas. And then the second person that we gave it to was Nicole, because of all the comp wins and shit, you were playing very well. And then to go with best jury game, we gave a best pre-jury game, and we gave that to Noah. Noah literally ran that shit pre-jury, but then once merge hit, he was just kind of fucked. And then these next 2 are like, the first one's like bad, but then the second one's good. Most confused, we gave to Jasmine, which was the first boot. Congrats, Jasmine. You did amazing, sweetie. Love you. And then the last award that we are giving out tonight is most underrated. And we gave that also to Nick Mana because throughout this whole game, he was just like frowned upon for the most part. And then here he is, so.
You were
the
frowned
winner.
Okay, I don't have anything else to say. Jordan, do you have anything?
Honestly, it was a great season. We are coming back for a second. We've already got season 2 and 3 semi-planned. And the series is going to stick around.
Yeah. So should we give him just a little hint on what season 2 is?
Just a little.
So Survivor will not be season 2. So we'll just leave you at that, I guess.
Bitch, I know you fucking lying.
So I just want to once again thank everyone so much for playing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for making our dreams become a reality. And once again, big congrats to Nick Mana on winning. I'm going to go ahead and end this.
Thanks for